Let's talk about kindergarten. I am so excited about today's video. It's going to be a little bit of a longer one because I'm going to be sharing all of my kindergarten curriculum picks. We wrapped up our pre-K year. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it up here. And now we are talking about kindergarten, which is so exciting. We absolutely loved our pre-K year. We are continuing to do school throughout the summer, just some light summer school workbooks. If you guys are interested to see what we are using for summer school, I will link that video up here. But today we are going to dive into the curriculum that I have chosen for my 5-year-old for her kindergarten year. So let's get into it. So for my daughter's kindergarten year, we have decided to go with My Father's World, God's Creation from A to Z. This is a complete kindergarten curriculum, so you really don't need anything else. You don't need to supplement or add anything to this. I did gather a couple extra things for my daughter because I'm a little bit extra, but we'll get to that. This is a super fun curriculum that is all about discovering God's world. So the table of contents is very helpful to lay out everything that you're going to be learning. The first 2 weeks you study creation, then you do the 26 letters of the week, and there is a specific topic that you are learning as well as a biblical concept, and then you wrap up your end of the year with 2 weeks of learning about the fruits of the Spirit. So this is going to be a very exciting curriculum for us to go through. I love how everything is laid out so beautifully and easily for you as the parent. So for example, if you turn to a specific week, they have everything laid out day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything for that week, it tells you what exactly you need to do for reading, language arts and math, activities, read alouds that you're going to be reading with your children, as well as some outside ideas. And that is an overview. If you keep flipping for that particular week, there is continued more detailed information about what exactly you need to do day to day. So they have everything that you need to do for day 1, everything for day 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's also additional activities, notes on that, and then thoughts from Marie, who is the author of this kindergarten curriculum from My Father's World. So I have heard nothing but great things about My Father's World kindergarten. I am so excited to use this for my kindergartner. There are a couple of things I wanted to show you that comes with this curriculum. My mother actually blessed us with the entire kindergarten curriculum, so she got the full package, as well as the teacher's manual. You get a set of student sheets. It also comes with all of the literature that you're going to be reading throughout the year. So there are read alouds that you're going to be reading with your child, as well as some early readers like Frog and Toad, Mouse and Mole, Annie and the Snowball, Little Bear, all of these early readers. So everything comes in that package. Another thing that comes with the My Father's World package is these God's Creation from A to Z flashcards, the alphabet flashcards. So each week you have a different flashcard that is corresponding with an object as well as a letter of the week. And you have both the uppercase and the lowercase. So these are some very beautiful cards. It also comes with this really nice puzzle. It has the lowercase letters. There are holes in the back, so you just pop them out that way. And then you can go through these letters, utilizing them with your blend ladder, learning how to read. We have the vowels in red and then the consonants in blue. So this is a very nice puzzle. Another thing that we are going to be doing with My Father's World is science. And it comes with this beautiful book that they make called God's Amazing World from Apples to Zebra. And so each week, like I said, we're focusing on a specific animal or an object like an apple or a butterfly or a rock, the sun, different things like that. So there are 2 pages for that particular topic, and you just dive into the science that way. And I just love that the Bible is tied throughout everything that you're doing within My Father's World. Whether you are reading scripture, whether you're doing your science, you're doing your language arts, everything is tied to faith. And I love that with My Father's World. That is the core, but I got some extra things for us to do with our kindergarten year. So let's talk about the extras. If you guys did not know what we utilized for Lola's pre-K year, we used the Gentle and Classical Press preschool program. I will link a video up here talking about that. They had a really beautiful preschool morning binder that we love to use. We actually put the preschool morning binder in a presentation binder like this, and they have a kindergarten morning binder. So we are going to be utilizing the kindergarten morning binder with gentle and classical press. It is very laid out kind of similarly to the preschool binder in that there is a build it page for a specific letter where you can use Play-Doh, toothpicks, wax craft sticks, and you can build something with this page. You can do what we did and just use a dry erase marker to trace it. And then there is a write it page. There are also number pages or counting pages, whereas in the preschool binder it only went up to 10. In the kindergarten binder it goes all the way up to 20, so you can write the number, count the number, build the number, and spell the number. You're also going to be reviewing some shapes, trying to find the objects that have a specific shape, whether it is a triangle, a diamond, what have you. And then it has a little bit of math at the end of the binder, which is kind of fun. And that is the kindergarten morning binder. Okay, let's talk about math. There is math within the My Father's World kindergarten curriculum. Like I said, it is a complete curriculum, but I have heard it is light. And my daughter loves workbooks. She loved going through the Get Ready for the Code books. She's absolutely loving going through her Summer Bridge workbook. So I wanted to get her a math workbook. We are utilizing Kindergarten Math with Confidence. We actually use the preschool math at home from Kate Snow, so I am super excited to continue and do some math work with this program that we really loved doing in preschool. I did get the instructor guide, which is hefty, but I love how everything is scripted out for you. So if you go to a specific lesson, it tells you exactly what to do, whether it's review and warm up, play a game, or you're doing an activity. It tells you exactly what to say, and it's just laid out very nice. And then I have the student workbook, which looks beautiful. It is very aesthetically pleasing to the eye, and just looking through the student workbook alone, I think it's going to be something that we are going to have a lot of fun with this year in kindergarten. To tie in with the math, I wanted to share a couple things that I got to use for math. One of them is this cash register. At some point within kindergarten, we are going to start learning how to use money. So I got this cash register for us to utilize the bills, the coins, and start to learn how to go shopping, if you will. If you guys have not heard of Megan over at Healthy Grocery Girl, be sure to give her a follow. She has some incredible homeschool resources as she homeschools her 2 kiddos. These are her little shopping cards that I thought would tie well with the cash register. So there is a picture. This is a ruler, for example, and it says 4 cents. So we could utilize our money or a cash register, and we're going to buy a 4-cent ruler. There are paints that she has a picture of, and they're 14 cents. So you get the idea. There are beautiful cards in here with pictures and various prices that we are going to practice going shopping for these different items. So I'm super excited to pair this together and use this as we continue to get better at our math. Another extra thing that we're going to be using for kindergarten is a handwriting book. My daughter fell in love with handwriting at the end of her pre-K year. She loves practicing her letters, practicing her numbers, writing her name, the whole thing. So I got her this really pretty handwriting book from Dash Into Learning. It is their Dash in Handwriting. So they have 3 books within their print version. They also have a 3-book set that is for cursive, but we are starting with their print series. We are also utilizing Dash Into Learning for my daughter's early readers. There are 3 sets of books that come, and in each set, there's set 1, 2, and 3 with their early readers, and there are 10 books within each set. They're just so cute. They have beautiful, cute little characters that I think she's gonna love. I actually did get her the little wooden peg doll, and then I got her the little horse that the peg dolls can go into. I thought it would be fun to tie in with the handwriting book as well as the early readers. So I'm super excited to utilize these things from Dash Into Learning for my kindergartner this year. To continue our conversation on the early readers, I have a couple more here with me. These Bob books were gifted to me by one of the women in my Bible study, so we do have these Bob books. These are tried and true. I've heard so many homeschool people say how much they love the Bob books. Some other early readers that we are going to be using are these Toddlers Can Read decodable books. Just like the Dash Into Learning books, they get progressively more difficult in reading as you start from book 1 and go all the way to book 12. If you guys are not familiar with Toddlers Can Read, he is an account that I follow on Instagram, and he has an incredible way of teaching children to read. We have been using his sound flashcards to teach Lola her letter sounds this last year, and I have nothing but great things to say about that program. We're continuing to use that this summer as we just hone in our skills on our letter sounds. There are just like 3 left that she's just focusing on mastering before we get into kindergarten, and I love the way that he teaches, so I thought these decodable books would be a really fun addition to our library for Lola to read in kindergarten. The last set of early readers that I have on hand are these Little Go books, the kindergarten book set from The Good and the Beautiful. There are 4 books, Sky, Water, City, and Country, and I'm super excited because there are 24 stories within this little box set. So I'm super excited to read these with her. Those are the early readers. I got a couple extra things for phonics work. I mentioned this a little bit earlier. We did the Get Ready for the Code, books A, B, and C with Lola in pre-K. We're actually just wrapping up book C here at the beginning of summer. So I got her the next book in the Explode the Code series, book 1. The Get Ready for the Code books were very helpful with her phonics work, so I'm super excited to continue that with book 1 from Explode the Code. Another thing that my daughter's become interested in is drawing. So she draws robots, she tries to draw people's faces, she's trying to draw like monsters. She's trying to figure out drawing and how to connect all of those things that she sees in books and how to get them onto paper. So I found out about this Draw Right Now series. I got book 1 of that series. This is an on the farm, kids and critters, storybook characters theme. So on each page there's a specific picture. There's a little bit of copy work, so if you had an older child, they could probably write out all this copy work. And then there's a tutorial on the second page of how to draw something in particular. So for example, how to draw a hen. And it goes through each steps of how you're going to get from a blank page to your end result of drawing a hen. So I think this will be super fun for Lola to practice. And then to tie with that, I got her this kindergarten notebook from School Nest. So this is a really beautiful way for her to keep those pictures or those drawings within her workbook, maybe do a little bit of copy work practicing to write the word hen. I really want to implement notebooking with my homeschool, so we can start that with this Draw Right Now book and do some notebooking within the school book. Then I let her pick out some stickers so she can decorate her notebook. She's super into unicorns, so she got a bunch of unicorn stickers to decorate her notebook. Okay, another account that I follow online is Little School of Smiths. She has a plethora of homeschool resources on her website. If you guys have not heard of her, she's an incredible follow. She does a lot of unit studies with her kiddos, and one of them that she does every time that she has a child that's in kindergarten is this Me on the Map study. So I got the book Me on the Map, and I purchased her unit study Me on the Map. So it is an early elementary social studies guide. So it's exploring your students' place in the world. And I think this is going to be super fun for me to use with Lola. We are getting a lot of really amazing questions about what is a city, what is a country, what is a continent, things like that. And I think this is going to be a really great way for us to go through and get those questions answered for her so that she understands where we're at in the world and how that all works. This is going to be a super fun study for us to do, and I really love the craft that you end up with at the end of the year. So we're going to do the Me on the Map study for our social studies. Last but not least, we are going to go through a couple different things to talk about manners. So there's 2 things we're using for that. We're going to be going through Everyday Graces, a child's book of good manners. So this is going to be a read aloud that we're going to be going throughout the year. To tie with the Everyday Graces, learning about the manners, I got this 8-book series, the Learning to Get Along series. So I'm super excited to use these with the kids just to add in some extra work on manners. So I'm hoping that my 3.5-year-old will get some good things out of this book as well, and it will just trickle down with all of the kids and we can learn how to have good manners in our home. Those are all of the items that we are going to be utilizing for our kindergarten year. As I said at the beginning of the video, the My Father's World, God's Creation from A to Z kindergarten curriculum is a complete curriculum. So you do not need any of the added extras. I am probably being extra with all of the things that I got for us to use, but my daughter is eager to do school. She's super excited about it every single day, and I just want to pour into her and focus on the interests that she loves, which is workbooks, drawing, handwriting, things like that. And as we're learning to read, we definitely need those early readers. So I think that everything that we got is going to be perfect for us for our kindergarten year. If you guys have any questions about the curriculum that I chose or any of the items that I talked about, please let me know in the comments below. I'll try to link as much as I can in the description below. I just want to thank you again for joining me as I talked about our kindergarten curriculum picks, and I hope you have a very blessed week. We will see you next time.